grabbing whatever we need for the practice today. That means grabbing any props, any things that you need, blankets, pillows, straps, blocks, an eye pillow, whatever you need to help make your practice successful for you. So grabbing those things, you might even, it might be like a triple pillow day for you today. Your hip flexors might be very tight, or your low back, or whatever else is going on with you. Grab whatever you need for the practice. And let's go ahead and take a seat. Oh, and simple cross leg. Oh, it might be like a 5 pillow day today. Nah. Finding ourselves in our simple cross-legged pose. And as you are in that simple cross-legged pose, maybe you are rocking it from side to side, or maybe a little bit from front to back. Just the grounding, rooting into the floor, rooting in, preparing our brains, preparing ourselves for the practice today, bringing ourselves to the present moment. Sometimes that rocking can be very helpful. Oh, in doing that, in bringing ourselves to the present, or the front and back, however that movement is. If you have got some movement going on, let's begin to change this movement into some torso circles. And if you were in stillness, then go ahead and begin to do some torso circling here. So circling the torso. Circling that. Oh, and those circles, torso circles, can be small, they can be big, can take up as much space as feels good for you. Good, and then let's go ahead and circle that the other way. Torso circling it. Oh, yeah. And it might feel good to maybe sit up tall, or maybe it feels good to maybe kind of be leaning over. Just figuring out what is feeling good for you today, for your body today, in today's practice. Remember, every day is different. We do different things every day. And so, of course, when we get to our practice time, when we get to our yoga time, things may be feeling different. So just recognizing that and knowing that, being aware of that. Good. Bring ourselves to center. And whatever leg we have in front, let's go ahead and let's do a little bit of foot massage. So this foot massage, super helpful because so many of all of our nerve endings, basically down at those toes, the feet, but also this helps to hone or sharpen our body awareness skills. So it's just that whole, like, we're just taking a few moments of like, okay, I feel that in my toes. I feel that in the ball of my foot. I feel that in the arch of my foot. And maybe there's, because of all the nerve endings and because of all the pressure points in our feet, maybe it's shooting up somewhere else. And you're like, oh, I feel that too. So it's that body recognition, body awareness. We're just beginning to tap into that as we move into the rest of our practice, because we want to tap into that for our whole hour today, for our whole time that we have. Moving up to our ankle and up to that shin and calf. It's such a good thing to have. It's a good tool. Body awareness, recognizing, hey, I know what's going on, because in normal everyday life, what if you were to, like, I don't know, something were to happen, like you were to hit your shin or something like that, just that body awareness of like, oh, I didn't break it. It's just, I just hit my shin. Just little things. Sometimes we can be so involved in the rest of the world that we don't have a lot of awareness of our own selves. So this is such a good thing to have, such a good tool and a good thing to practice. Good, let's go ahead and switch those feet. And switch those legs. So now your other leg is in front. And let's go ahead and go to those toes, balls of the foot, the ball of the foot, to those nerve endings, maybe your arch. Maybe you want to spend like extra time on your arch. I always Like, man, I could spend the whole time on my foot arches. So tender right there. It's that comfortably uncomfortable, feels good pain. Yeah. Good. Maybe moving back towards the heel of the foot. And up that ankle. And shin and calf. And there is that awareness. I did hit my shin the other day. That's the example that came into my mind because I did hit it and I was like, my gosh, did I just chip a bone? No, I just have a bruise there. But it's that whole like the whole going into the panic of like, oh, did I hurt it more than it's really hurt? Or the other way around. Oh, I don't feel that at all. So it's really good to have that body awareness of being like, oh, I do feel this and it is painful. And that is good because that's my body responding to being aware of the pain. Good. All right. So we have that kind of odd leg in front, the leg that we didn't start off with in front. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Big sun breath up. And exhale it out. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And big inhale up. As we exhale, let's go ahead and take those hands behind us. If it is not available to you to grab your hands behind you, that is where the handy dandy strap comes in. You can hold that strap behind you or a towel or a belt, whatever you are using. Or if you're up against a wall, you can be pushing up against that wall too. That wall can be helpful for you. So we are opening that up. Very good. Let's go ahead and look to the right. So let's look over to the right, our chin going over towards our right shoulder. And then let's look over to the left, into that left shoulder. Bring our head to center, drop our chin to chest, and then lift our eyes to sky. Head to neutral. Good, let's release our arms. Inhale and sweep this up, and exhale that out. Good, inhale and sweep this up, and exhale it out. One more time like that. Inhale and sweep this up. And as we exhale, let's clasp those hands behind us again. Maybe it's a little easier this time, maybe not. Again, listening to your body and using whatever tools, whatever props you need for your practice today. Let's look to the left. Looking over towards that shoulder, trying to keep our shoulders back. That's what's very helpful about keeping our arms behind our backs, is we are having to open up that chest here. We're also having to engage that core here as well. Bring that head to center. Let's look to the right. Just to keep ourselves upright, you have to engage that core. Oh, and having the arms behind us, lengthened up, looking over to one side, it might feel very awkward, and that's okay. Good, go ahead and release that, shake that out. Off. Drop our chin to chest and take our eyes to sky. Let's do that again. Drop that chin to chest and take those eyes to sky. One more time, chin to chest and eyes to sky. Good, head to neutral. Let's drop right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Oh, that nice little just like quarter circle right there. And then other ear to shoulder. Oh, quarter circle there too. Good. And then drop that chin to chest. And look at, now we are making that half circle. So neck half circles here. Enjoy this, or maybe not enjoying it. If you've got a lot of tension, tightness in your shoulders and in your neck, maybe this is not enjoyable today. However, it is very good for you, especially if you add in that breath. It can help to loosen things up, and it can help to release any like built up tension in the neck. Sometimes it feels like knots. And this can be very helpful in warming that up, moving that blood, moving the joints, moving the tendons. Getting synovial fluid going through our spine as well and our joints. Good, drop that chin back to center. Lift our head to center. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Drop our right hand down. Reach over. And you are exhaling, if you haven't already. You're letting all of that breath out. Maybe moving that neck. Up and down, that can be very good too. Let's inhale and sweep this up. On that exhale, let's take it to the other side, reaching this over. And we're trying to work on keeping both of our glutes, especially the farthest away one. So our right one down onto the floor. It can be really easy to lift and go over. We want to keep that rooted so that we are getting that good stretch in the torso. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, drop that right hand down, reaching it over, keeping our left glute down. Oh, yeah. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Drop that left hand down, reach over, keep that right glute down, and breathe. Wonderful. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, we're going to drop our left hand to our right thigh, right arm behind us, and just our first final twist of the practice. Let's breathe into this first twist. Inhale it and exhale it out. Or that can be a wake-up call. You can have a lot of cracking going on there too. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's take our right hand to our left thigh, left arm behind us, and twist that to the left. And inhale it deeply here and exhale it out. Trying not to hold that breath, trying to get as deep a breath as you can, especially if it's very tight. Again, inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Clasp our hands at the top. Let's press our palms towards the ceiling. And let's go ahead and lengthen up. Lengthen up through our arms. Lengthen up through our torso. Again, our core is engaged here. Let's breathe it here. We'll do that sigh exhale. So let's inhale it deeply. A big sigh out. Again, inhale it deeply. And big sigh out. One more time. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Bring our arms out in front of us. And again, let's take our left hand to our right thigh. Right hand behind us. Twist this. And maybe you've gotten a deeper twist. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good. Bring this back to center. Bring those arms back in front of us. Press those palms out. Ooh, that feels good too. And press those palms out again. Bring them in and press them out. Yes. All right. And then let's go ahead and take it to the other side. Twisting that and breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. If you have one side that is tender or tighter than the other, always very normal, very, very, very normal. It would be kind of awkward if both sides weren't. If you were like, twisting all the way around. Nope. Might not be a good thing. All right, so if you're sitting on something, let's go ahead and move that. We're gonna kind of do a little bit of different of a take on our windshield wipers. We're gonna start with our legs wide, and we're gonna start with our arms out. So we're kind of like, it's an awkward pose, but our legs are wide, our arms are out, and we've kind of got a bowl going on right here. And from right here, we are going to bring ourselves forward and go right into that zigzag. So we've zigzagged it here, and then we're going to lean it back. And then we're going to go the other side, and this may be super awkward. And if you have tight hip flexors, it might feel like horribly hard and slow, but that's okay. Bringing this back again. And then let's take this to the front again, bringing that forward. And then let's go ahead and lean that back. And again, other side, bringing this forward. Now we're going to add in another little movement. So bringing this back, let's take it into that zigzag. And now we go right over that leg. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves back right into this dish right here, this bowl. And then let's take it to the other side, zigzag, and then we fold over that. So it's kind of a little bit of a baby pigeon. And then we go back into that bowl. Or this is almost a boat, but it's like a wide-legged boat. And let's go back into that zigzag and then over into that baby pigeon. And we're going to do a few more of these. This is so good because not only are we doing these nice poses, but we're bringing in that blood flow with this movement. Bringing this back again. And let's do that again. Take that into that zigzag, down into that baby pigeon. Oh, goodness. And then let's go ahead and take that to the other side. Take that down into that baby pigeon. And then bring that back. We're going to do one more time each side. Take this down into that baby pigeon. Goodness. And bring this back. And then last time, take this down into that baby pigeon. And then bring this back into that wide-legged boat. Let's bring our arms behind us. And now we get to go ahead and drop those legs. Ooh, that feels a lot better, huh? Drop those legs from side to side, our windshield wipers. Yeah. Legs are a little warmer. Blood is moving a little bit more. So good. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and keep our right leg in front. Let's twist it big over to the right side. Our hip is lifted. So we've got this nice bigger, even bigger twist than that little baby pigeon. You can use those hands to leverage that twist even deeper right back here. Let's breathe here in this deep twist. Let's inhale it deep and exhale it out. So good. Bring this back to center, lean this back. Let's windshield wiper that again. Good, taking that from side to side. Very nice. And let's go ahead and keep our left leg in front now, and we'll do that big twist over to the left. Leverage that as deep as you want to. You can go comfortably uncomfortable here, leveraging into that twist, and let's breathe it. Inhale it deeply, and exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. So good. Oh my goodness. Bring this back to center. Very good. Let's lean this back again. And this time, let's go ahead and take ourselves into our actual boat pose. So we're going to bring our legs closer together and we're going to lengthen through our arms here. Shoulders are down and back. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Let's lengthen through our legs. Sit ourselves up. Oh yeah, right there. Sitting right on top of those sits bones, right on top of our glutes. And let's lengthen up through our arms. So we find our capital L in our staff pose, our very, very strong staff pose. This is such a good multivitamin pose right here. This gets everything. Let's breathe it here. Inhale and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good, we can release our arms down. Let's go ahead and bring our right leg in, hug that in. We're keeping our left leg strong, our left foot flexed. Hugging that leg in, let's take our right over our left. Let's wrap our left arm around our right leg, spinal twist with that hip twist and torso twist right here. Breathing that here. Now I said this in chair yoga on Tuesday. What if you can't wrap your arm all the way around here? Go ahead and hold on to that shin or that ankle. So those are safe joints to hold on to. You just don't want to be holding on to that knee. You can even, if you want, you can hold underneath your thigh, like your hamstring. Because again, that femur bone, that is like the strongest bone in your body. Oh, just twisting that. Very nice. And let's go ahead and twist that the other way. Twisting that the other way and breathe it here. Inhale and exhale it out. Good. Bring that back to center. Take the bottom of our foot to our inner thigh. Peace fingers for your big toe, or hand to shin, or hands to thigh. And let's just stretch through this front leg. Also stretching through that torso. You can reach over, or you can keep that arm down and just focus on stretching the torso. I think that's what I'm going to do today. That feels really good. My lats, my big back muscles, I'm doing some different workouts right now, and my back muscles are sore. So this feels very good to do. Just this torso stretching right here. Very nice. And let's go and bring this back to center. Let's lengthen back through this. Find our staff pose again. Flexing through those feet, reaching up through our arms. Let's inhale it deeply here. and exhale it out. 2 more times. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. 1 more time. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. So good. Very nice. Release those arms down. Let's bring that left leg in. That right leg's going to stay strong and foot's going to stay flexed. Let's take our left over right and we wrap that. If you can't wrap it, then you're holding onto that shin, or you can wrap underneath. Let's twist it here. Oh man. Like I said, my back. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. But I'm still focusing on keeping that right leg flexed, right foot flexed, right leg strong. Let's breathe it again. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good. Let's twist it the other way. Twisting towards that outside or towards the right. Nice breath here. Inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Bring this to center. Bottom of the foot to our inner thigh. Peace fingers or that big toe, or hand to shin, or hands to thigh. And whatever you stretched on the other side, work on it on this side. Oh yeah. This side, my hamstring is much tighter, so this is such a good, important stretch for this side. That I do that. Very good. Breathing it here. Good. Let's bring this back to center. Let's bring your feet together, and you can grab at those ankles, or you can grab underneath, or you can grab underneath your heels. Again, wherever your grip feels the best. And let's just bring this into a nice butterfly. Sitting that up, opening that up. So good. Very nice. Chin to chest, and then maybe lifting our eyes to sky. Oh yeah. And then let's release that. Grab a block. Let's go down for a little bit of bridge work to keep engaging the core, the back, and to keep warming that up and actually begin to strengthen that. So let's go ahead and take this down. Block is between those knees. We've got that nice, those strong legs, and I love using the block because it gives us automatic alignment. Don't have to think about that part. Have to think about all the other stuff, but don't have to think about the alignment, and don't have to think about squeezing the inner thighs, because to hold that block, they got to squeeze. All right, feet are lined up with the knees. These are lined up with the hips. Let's inhale and lift our pelvis towards the ceiling, and exhale, lower this down. Inhale and lifting up, and exhale and lowering it down. Inhale and lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale and lifting it up, and exhale, lowering this down. And inhale, lifting this up, and exhale, lowering this down. One more time. Inhale, lift this up. Let's hold this up at the top. Hold this here. You can exhale while we are holding. So we are holding our bridge up here. Finding that bridge nice and strong. Maybe you want to walk your feet a little bit closer to your glutes. Maybe you want to take your shoulders a little bit further underneath your body, because we're going to hold it here for 4 deep breaths. Let's inhale it deeply here and exhale it out. There's 4. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. There's 3. We got 2 more. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. So good. All right, one more breath. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And maybe your glutes are on fire. Maybe your hamstrings are on fire. Mine are. Let's drop that pelvis down towards the floor. Keep that block between the knees, and lift our legs up. Very good. Lifting that up, lowering that down, lift our pelvis up. We're going to do a few of these reverse curls. So drop that pelvis down, lift our legs up. We're squeezing that block. Drop those feet down to the floor, lift that pelvis up. So this is a reverse abdominal crunch bridge. Bring those legs up, bring those feet back down, lift that pelvis up, lower that down, lift those legs up, and drop that back down. Lift our pelvis up and drop that back down. Very nice. We can release that block. Let's drop both of our knees over. Actually, let's stay here for a second. We'll do a nice little spinal twist for our back. So go ahead and drop our knees to the left. Let's drop our knees to the left. And maybe you could take your arms out into a T if you have the space for it. And looking to the right. So a really good spinal twist here. And then bring us to center. And then let's go ahead and drop our legs over to the right. Arms in that T and look to the left. Oh, yeah. Very good. All right. From this, just take yourself onto your side and then roll yourself up. Bring yourself up onto all fours so that we can go into some cat and cow. We've got our shoulders over our wrists. We've got our hips right over our knees. Let's go ahead and drop our belly to the floor. Take our eyes to the sky. Inhale. And round our spine. Take our chin to chest. Exhale. Good. Drop that belly. Inhale. And round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. And round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. And round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. And round that spine. Exhale. So good. Very nice. Keep our back nice and flat. Let's lift our right leg up, lengthen through this, and we're going to go into our bird dog. So our first balance of the practice today, let's reach up through that arm if that's available to you. Maybe you're not able to lift your arm, so your arm can be down on the floor, but we are holding right here. And let's go ahead and take elbow to knee 6 times. Let's go ahead and bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. Here's 2 and extend. And last one, we're going to hold this extension here. Just hold this. Good. Release that arm down. Our leg is going to come off to the side. Now, it may not be able to go off very far to the side, but we're going to bring it off to the side. And we are just going to do some little hip flexor rocks right here. So it's kind of back into a kind of one-legged child's pose and then leaning this forward. So rocking this back and then leaning that up and bring this back and then leaning that or bringing that up, rocking this back and bringing that up. And one more time, rock this back and bring that up. Good. Now, let's go ahead and lift that leg back up and back behind us. So good. And then bring this back down onto all fours. Very nice. Cat and cow again. Drop that belly. Inhale. And round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. And round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. And round that spine. Exhale. Good. Bring that back nice and flat and neutral. Let's lift our left leg up. So lengthen through that and finding our balance. Our bird dog right here. Very good. Let's bring elbow to knee 6 times in. So let's bring this in and extend. There's 6. Bring this in and extend. There's 5. Bring this in and extend. There's 4. Bring this in and extend. There's 3. Bring this in and extend. There's 2. Bring this in and let's hold this extension here. Very nice. We can release that arm. We're going to take our leg off to the side. I need to move myself over. So taking our leg off to the side again, and we've got those hip rock right here. And taking it back into kind of a half child's pose, and then bringing that up. So taking that back and bringing that up. This is also super duper good for those wrists. And bring that up. Taking that back and bringing that up. We got 2 more. Take this back and bring that up. And 1 more. Taking this back and bringing that up. Very good. Now, taking our leg, lifting that. There we go. yeah. And then bring it back to all fours again. Cat and cow, drop the belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. So good. And let's take ourselves back into a nice child's pose. So a full child's pose. Glutes go back towards our heels. Ah, so good. I love this stretch for the front of our legs, our feet, our ankles. Oh, those shins. Lengthening through our arms. Let's look forward at our hands and let's go and walk those hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand right on top of that right hand. And our left glute's gonna try and get over towards our left heel. Oh, good. Stretch through that. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and walk that to the other side. Walking that over, take our right hand on top of our left. And our right glute is going towards that right heel. So good. And bring that back to center. Very nice. Lengthen through that. That feels good right there. Just nice long arms, nice long spine. Good, let's bring ourselves back up onto all fours. We're gonna go into our downward facing dog. So go ahead and place your blocks where you want them for when we get to our sun salutations. So they can be out of your way for our first downward facing dog. Let's curl our toes under and let's keep our knees bent as we lift our tails to the sky. So that we are stretching through our spine, first, right here. So lengthening through that spine, tailbone is lifted. Oh yeah, very nice. And then let's begin to pedal our feet towards the floor. So pedaling those heels down, getting a wonderful stretch in our ankles, in our calves, hamstrings. Maybe you felt that blood flow right in your face. I did today, like right in my jaw and in my face as soon as we went to down dog. Maybe it's the barometric pressure from the rain. It's that body awareness, Drop our heels down towards the floor. Oh my goodness, stretching through those calves. Let's lift up on our toes, our heels are high. And let's drop both of our heels over to one side. Stretching through those ankles, those calves. Bring this back up to center and drop over to the other side. Goodness. And bring that back to center. So good. Maybe your heels can get a little bit, tiny bit further towards the floor. And then let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward, fold at the front of our mat. Not going to use those blocks quite yet, but just placing them where they're easily graspable. We want to ragdoll it here first, so we're letting our arms dangle. We're folded in half. Let's take the opposite elbow with the opposite hand and make a heavy, heavy frame for that head. So that upper body is super heavy, trying to be pulled down towards the floor. At the same time, our lower body is also super heavy. Our toes and our heels, our feet are rooting, growing roots into the floor. So we are just folding in half right here. And I just feel that stretch all over the place right here. Good, release our arms. You can let them dangle for a moment. That actually feels good, that nice dangle right there. Very heavy arms. Oh. And then grab those blocks if you are using blocks. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward, tabletop. Exhale and release. Our head has been low for a while, so take this next one slow as we go into a tall mountain. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Tall mountain. You can bring that up as slow as you need to so you don't get dizzy. Inhale it up and then exhale it around into chair. These are your squats right here. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale and lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Our right foot is going to stay forward and our left foot's going to go back into a lunge. Our left hand is on the floor or on a block or on a chair, whatever you are using for support. And let's spinal twist this open. Very good. So nice spinal twist and nice lunge here. Good, good. We're gonna keep our lunge low. So let's go ahead, take ourselves down and drop our back knee. Uncurl our toe. Crescent on the floor. Reach up through this. Oh, such a good stretch for the front, for those abs. Reaching up into this crescent. And then go ahead and fold ourselves forward, back into that lunge. Let's take our right foot back to meet our left foot into a top of plank. Strong top of plank here. Let's shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, our elbows are super close to our rib cage. Heart comes up, baby cobra. Oh, so good for the back. Curl our toes under, let them press. Downward facing dog, and breathe it here. Remembering that downward facing dog is one of our 2 home bases. So child's pose, home base, downward dog is a home base. So whenever you need to take a break, you just come back to home, back to down dog or back to child's pose, and then rejoin when you are ready. Center our weight. Let's lift our right leg up. So lengthen up through that. We've got a 3-leg down dog right here. And then we're going to bring our right leg forward. You can walk that forward, help that forward, grab those blocks. We're going to take ourselves into that modified warrior 3, lifting that back leg. So let's bring this up and lift that up. You can also be doing this by holding onto the floor if you're flexible like that, or a stack of books, or your wall. Let's go and bring that foot forward. Oh, nice. Standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward, tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale around a chair. Inhale and lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Our left foot stays forward. Our right foot goes back, lunge. Right hand on the block or the floor. Let's spinal twist open to the left. That feels good. Breathing here. Good, bring this to center. Drop our right knee, uncurl our toe. We've got crescent on the floor, reaching up through that. So good. And then bring this back into that lunge. Take that foot back or lift that knee back up and take our left foot back to meet our right foot. Top of plank here. Shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Yeah, breathe it here. So good. Let's go ahead and center that weight again and lift our left leg up. So left leg is now lifted. 3-leg down dog with that left leg lifted. And do you know how much strength that you are building right now just by doing this? It's crazy. Go ahead and bring that leg forward. Left leg comes forward. You can help that forward. Walk that forward and grab those blocks. Let's lift our right leg up. Modified warrior 3. We're supported. Warrior 3, lifting that up and bring that foot forward. Nice, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around the chair. Good, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Right foot's gonna stay forward. Left foot's gonna go back into lunge. Left hand on block or floor. So that what we just did, that sun salutation cycle, we're gonna do that not one more time, 2 more times, because you can. Let's go ahead and lift this up and open and breathe. Breathe it here. Very nice. Because this is all of these poses, all of these movements, they make you strong. They are such strengthening, powerful movements. Let's bring this to center. Drop our back knee, uncurl our toe, press it on the floor right there. That is stretching us. And then having to get out of this, it strengthens us. Let's bring ourselves forward, just like right here where we have to bring that leg up. And we've got to push this leg back behind us and take ourselves into top of plank. Right there, so much strength. Let's shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our our toes under, let them press, downward facing dog. And breathe. It's so important that we do this body weight strength. It is so valuable for us to be able to throw our own body weight around and for us to be able to hold ourselves. It's so vital, important, good for those bones, good for those joints. Let's center our weight, lift our right leg up. So 3-leg down dog right here. Breathe it. Good, and then let's go ahead and bring this leg forward, back into that lunge. Goodness, right there. And then, this is another part of that push-up. Let's bring that back leg up, that supported warrior 3. Just having to lift that core, lift that up. And then bring that foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Our left leg stays forward. Our right foot goes back into lunge. Right hand on the block or the floor. Let's spinal twist it open. So good. Very good. All of these moves, all of these poses that we've done for years, they take such strength, such balance. I bet you didn't even realize it. Let's bring this back to center. Take that. Oh, actually don't yet. Drop our knee. I almost forgot it. Let's bring it into that crescent. Oh yeah. Breathe it here. And then let's bring it forward. Back into that lunge. Take that foot back to meet the other foot. Hop of plank here. Shift our weight forward. Drop the fronts of the knees. Uncurl our toes. Heart goes to the floor. Heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our toes under. Lift and press. Downward facing dog. Breathe it here. So good. I don't know about you. I'm feeling this hugely in my calves today. Calves, calves, calves. Yes. Center our weight. Lift our left leg up. 3-leg down dog. Breathe it. So much strength here. And let's go and bring this leg forward. Back into that lunge. And let's do that. Supported warrior 3. Lift our back leg. Core, right there. Core and glute strength. Bring that foot forward. Standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Hold here in chair. So this is going to be our little midway break. Let's bring our hands to heart and let's twist it. Seated spinal twist. So taking our left leg over towards our right thigh. You're like, that was so mean. So good. You guys can do this. You're doing awesome. Breathe it here. And exhale it out. Oh yeah. Quads are on fire. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Take it around the chair again. Let's do the other side now. Hands to heart. And spinal twist, seated spinal twist. The other way and breathe. Woo. One more breath here in the seated spinal twist. I know, fire. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Right foot stays forward. Left foot goes back into lunge. Left hand on block or floor. Our final round of these sun salutations. Good, bringing this up so strong. Very nice. Let's bring this to center. Drop our knee. Crescent on the floor. Reach up through this. So good. And bring this forward. Nice. Lift this up. Take our right foot back to meet that left foot into a top of plank. Shift our weight. Drop to fronts of the knees. Uncurl our toes. Heart goes down. Heart lifts up. Curl our toes under. Lift and press. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Yeah. Breathe it here. Catch that breath. Let's center our weight. Lift our right leg up. 3-leg down dog. So good. And then let's go ahead and bring that leg forward. Bring that right leg forward. Help that forward, walk that forward, however you're getting back into that lunge. And then that supported warrior three. Lift that back leg, core, glute, just engaged right there. Bring that foot forward, standing forward, fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Keep our left foot forward, take our right foot back. Right hand on the block or the floor. Spinal twist it open. So good. Breathe it here. Good. Bring this to center. Drop our back knee, crescent on the floor. Reach up through that. And bring this back down to center. Lift that back leg. Take our foot back to the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop the front of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Breathing this here. Again, it's your home base. You get to catch your breath. Let's center our weight. Lift our left leg up. 3-leg down dog right here. And then bring that leg forward. Help that forward. Back into that lunge. And let's bring that back leg up. Yeah. Very strong. Supported warrior three. Good. And then bring that foot forward to meet the other foot. Very nice. Standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. We can move those blocks. Let's take both of our feet back into a top of plank. Good. Hold our top of plank here. Drop our left knee. Let's open. Ooh, side plank right here. Open into that side plank. So strong. Maybe your shoulders are tired. Maybe those muscles are tired. That's good. We're almost there. Almost there. Bring ourselves back to top of plank. Drop our right knee. Take it to back side plank. There we go. Or whatever side that you're on. Take it just to the other side and breathe it here. Strong here. I know those arms get tired, especially after doing 6 of the sun salutations. Yes. All right, bring ourselves back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Maybe you need to sigh it out like I just did. Maybe your sigh needs to be much bigger than that. That's good. It's a good side. Good sigh out. Good. Bring ourselves back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward. Drop to fronts of the knees. Uncurl our toes. Heart goes down. Heart lifts up. Good. Keep ourselves right here in this little baby cobra. From our baby cobra, we're going to take ourselves into Sphinx. So Sphinx, we're going right onto our elbows, but we still have this nice back stretch, that arching of the back. Good back strengthening and stretch right here. So good. Oh yeah, maybe take those eyes to the sky as you are stretching through that back. Good. Now, if it's available to you, you can keep your right hand where it's at. Reach your left hand back for your foot. If that is available to you, you might have to lengthen down here or bend that elbow, whatever works for you, but let's just get that nice quadriceps stretch as well. So we're getting that good shoulder opener, arm lengthener, quadriceps stretch, and of course, arching of the back. Very good. All right, we're going to release that and we're going to take it to the other side. So maybe reaching back for that, or you're here, or you're here. whatever, oh, it's working for you, but that quadricep, that is a good stretch and a good shoulder opener. Good stretch for the arm as well. Very nice. Good, and now let's go ahead and release that. Let's lengthen through our arms, lengthen through those legs. And we're gonna go do a little bit more back strengthening because we can never get enough core and back strengthening. So we're gonna lift our left arm and our right leg. So let's lift this up and breathe it here. This is an isometric strengthening hold. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Release that down. You can relax it here for a second. Maybe that forehead just relaxes onto the mat. And now we've got our right arm and our left leg. So right arm and left leg lift. And let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. With that nice isometric holding. Inhale it again and exhale it out. So good. Go ahead and release that down. Take our hands right by our chest. Let's press ourselves back into a child's pose. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, and maybe your arms come by your side, or maybe your palms are up as your arms are by your side so that you are a turtle, a nice little turtle right here. So good. That back is open to the sky. Very nice. And then hands by our knees. Let's press ourselves up. Go ahead and grab your strap and then grab whatever you need for final relaxation. That's where we're going to be going. So if you use an eye pillow, regular pillow, blankets. So grab that strap and let's use this strap for a little bit of leg stretching before we finish. So let's take ourselves down onto our backs. Take that strap and let's go and take our strap around our right foot. If you're using a strap. If you're super flexible and you can hold your foot or you want to hold your leg, you can do that as well. Use that strap to pull that knee into your chest. Oh, and give yourself a nice big hug. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's press up through that heel to the ceiling, press up through that foot. Let's keep our strap in our left hand and let's go ahead and drop that right leg across the body into that left long-legged spinal twist. That right arm is off to the side. And just like we did earlier, maybe your neck will let you, maybe your spine will let you look over to the right. So looking to the opposite way of your leg. And continue to breathe. This is starting to slow everything down. Starting to quiet the mind again. Quiet everything down. Goodness. I'm just feeling it in the glute. Bring our leg back to center. Go ahead and pull that straight leg towards you. So good. Let's bend it our other leg. And let's go ahead and release that strap. Let's reach behind our foot, behind our knee, and imagine that we can just fold that leg. This is wonderful sciatic stretch right here. So if you've got some sciatic issue, you want to imagine that you have glued your spine and your hip into the floor, but miraculously, your leg is like folding onto your chest. That's what you're thinking about. I know very few people that they can actually do that, but it's a good sciatic stretch. Good, release that. Let's take the strap and take it around the other foot. I think I maybe know like 2 people. Let's lengthen through that leg. Let's pull that knee into the chest because they have they're hypermobile, hyper flexibility in their joints. Pulling that in, let's press up through that heel to the ceiling and let's go ahead and pull that leg towards us. Oh yeah. Good, good. Let's keep that strap in the right hand and let's drop that leg over. So drop that left leg over. Our left arm is out to the side and maybe you're looking to the left. So again, we're looking the opposite way. Our left leg is going over to the right, but our left arm is to the left. We're looking over towards our left arm and breathe it here. And again, Yay, I'm feeling it pretty much in the same place on this side as I did on the other side. So pretty much in that glute and hamstring. So good. This is, for me, this is comfortably uncomfortable today, these two stretches. These are usually kind of like very nice and soothing stretches. Today they are not, and that is okay. Because I know that it's important and that it is. If I were to be here for a longer amount of time and if I were to breathe through it, then it would end up being a soothing thing. So if you're ever like, why is that? If you spend time there, I know because we're constricted to this hour. But if you're like, oh, I need more time in that, then take more time in that because it will eventually smooth out. Go ahead and bring that leg back to center. Pull that leg towards you. Bend at the other leg. Let's release that strap. Let's reach behind the foot, behind the knee. And again, imagine that we are folding that onto the belly and the chest. That hip sacrum glued into the floor. And then miraculously, that leg just folds up. And release that. Good. Grab what you need for our final relaxation because that's where we are going. So if you use an eye pillow, you can go ahead and grab that. We're going to lengthen our arms towards one end of the room and reach our feet, our toes towards the other end of the room. Imagining that maybe somebody is pulling at your wrists or holding your wrists, and then somebody else is holding your ankles, and then they both walk away from each other. And they're pulling you apart, adding a few inches, pulling, but in a nice, kind way, not in a medieval way, in a kind way. Breathing that and lengthening here. Let's inhale it deeply. And as you exhale, begin to sink and settle. The people that were pulling your ankles and your feet have disappeared. You are floating and melting down into the floor. Relax your face and relax your jaw. Oh yeah. Just by those words, for me at least, whenever I say relax your jaw, I immediately, like my jaw, I can let it go slack. And that just feels really good to release that jaw. Because we don't realize we're holding our jaw all day long. Relax the face, the eyes, let the eyeballs fall back to the back of your skull. Relax those eyebrows, the forehead, the scalp. Relax the entire body. To sink, to settle. Go ahead and bend at our knees. And maybe your back is able to flatten to the floor, maybe not. And then let's drop both of our knees over to our most comfortable side and take yourself onto your side. Oh. And maybe yawn, maybe not. And breathe. And begin to bring ourselves up, pressing ourselves up, taking your time. Bring yourself into a seated pose that feels strong and supportive for you. Sitting ourselves up tall, lengthening up through that spine. Good. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer and exhale, eyes following our fingers, take our chin to chest. Lift our head center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today and speak with others, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale and big cleansing exhale. And thank you for joining me today for the practice. Have a blessed rest of your